Today's Extra.
Welcome back to the Anglers Extra pregame show. I'm Jack Smith, joined by Sheets for the Manager Show. Sheets, you got a 4-2 win yesterday over Katuitt, and Tyler Kozera got the ball after finding out he was going to start at 9. How'd you see him respond yesterday?
I thought he did an outstanding job. You know, we keep talking about he's that guy that's itching and scratching and wanting more innings, and the beauty of it is we have him all summer, and that was the kind of the plan, was to drip his toes into some relief outings and eventually work his way into the starter spot. And, you know, the beauty of baseball, you never know when your name's going to be called, and it got called, and he showed up. He pitched extremely well. Really proud of his effort, and I thought he did a great job of setting a tone for us to help us win the ball game.
What do you think has been the biggest difference for this team over the 4-game winning streak compared to the previous 3-game losing skid?
Man, I think the biggest piece, you know, we some personnel changes help, but I think it's more about the guys finally get to a point like, hey, we're not playing up to the standard of who we are as individuals, but more than that, the standard that we've tried to set here in Chatham since we've been here. And so to hear them start to talk that way and to hear them turn on a dime and decide, hey, we want to go this way. We've been walking down this road and it ain't working. We got to start walking this way. I think there was some energy that got, you know, reinvigorated with a couple of additions. But it's been more about playing winning baseball. You got to keep it very simple. Like, if you take care of the baseball, if you have productive at bats, if you pound the zone, if you do the things that we all know help us be successful, if you play winning baseball, generally things work out. And I like the fact that the guys have gotten back to playing simple, playing hard, and certainly playing our brand.
We're starting to see a more consistent starting 9 develop. What's led you to penciling in most of the same guys in there every day?
Well, sometimes you just got to ride a heater. I mean, when you got guys in the lineup that are putting it together and there's some comfortability, you know, it can't be understated. Like, when you know where you're at in the lineup and you know who's in front of you and you know who's behind you, there's a great relationship that happens, that you have feel for him and he has feel for you, and you're starting to feel some of that within the individual pieces of the puzzle. But more like there's just a confidence that comes with, they know they're in the lineup, they know should have some confidence underneath them, they know that they're playing well, and you just want to ride that to see how far that will go down the line. Like, how much can they turn this into, again, a 4-game winning streak as opposed to, you know, more and more down the road. But again, we know it's baseball. We know it's the Cape Cod League. We know there's a really good team over there today. But we felt like it's still our best foot forward. We're excited to see them go play and hopefully come out on top.
How do you balance riding the hot hands while trying to keep the people satisfied that, you know, are here to play baseball during the summer but maybe aren't seeing as consistent opportunities?
Yeah, we always go back to, you know, the opportunities they had early when they got here. You know, you got to take advantage of every moment that happens for you, and you can't wish for things that you haven't earned. And one thing that we pride ourselves, I know, back in our program, that I want to bring here is, man, opportunities are earned, and that there's no one's entitled to anything. You're not entitled to anything in life, and you certainly aren't entitled to them here in Chatham. I want to make sure that guys understand, like, we are here to develop, but when you get those opportunities, you have to do something with them. You got to force my hand to put you back in the lineup. And so from that standpoint, you know, our guys get it. They understand it. You know, they've been around baseball long enough to recognize, you know, a winning streak you don't screw with. You make sure that you put your best foot forward, keep being a great teammate, be ready to come off the bench if the spot happens. You know, you're a moment away from getting back in that lineup, but when it happens, you better be ready. You better show up, and if you want to get your name penciled in there tomorrow, show up.
Jack Smith here with Sheets on the Manager Show ahead of Chatham and Falmouth. Coach, how do you keep the guys' energy up after coming off of the July 4th and 5th games at home?
Easy to do when you saw some of the energy we had at the end of the game last night. It's easy to bring that confidence and that swagger back. Once again, just doubling down on the fact that here in Chatham, we will work hard to lead the league in having fun, period. I want guys that enjoy being at the ballpark. They want to play hard for the guy next to them. That is helping us uncover who the best versions of these guys are. And if the best versions of all these guys start to show up, the best version of this team can show up. And I think that's what we've seen over the last few days. Of what we have right now, this has been the best version of this club so far. So the more we continue to pour into that and recognize where that is and where it's coming from, and I'm telling you, a lot of it comes from the fact they genuinely care that Jack is crushing this interview right now. They have a spirit in their heart that they know you're dominating this from your side of the microphone, and I care about that, and I want you to be successful. Hopefully the same way that you hope on this side of the microphone, I'm crushing it and things are going really well on my end. When you have that in your dugout, up and down your lineup and throughout, and the pitcher that's coming in, the dude in the box, the guy that just got out, when all that comes back to us moving forward, you got something special, and that's what we've unlocked here.
Always a fun time at the field. Sheets, thank you.
Every day. Love you, baby.
Chatham looks to win its 5th straight game tonight for just the 2nd time in the last 10 years, and that'll wrap it up here on the Manager's Show.